What even is quality of light? I'm sure as a photographer, videographer, you've heard someone go, oh, the quality of light is... What does that mean? What does it even mean? I've done a deep dive on YouTube to try and find if there's any good videos out there on this, and there's not. And there's a really good reason why there's not as well, which we'll get into, but there's nothing there which covers it all. It's either factually incorrect or it touches the surface and doesn't really explain the other side of it. One of the biggest reasons that photographers do not understand what's meant by the quality of light is that it has two meanings, a technically correct meaning and then what everyone actually says. A bit like watts and joules. I'm not sure even which one's right actually for lights, watts or joules, but whenever I say, oh, this is a 3,200 watt light, someone goes, that's not watts, it's joules, and then writes an equation. No one cares. Everyone knows what it means. This is more complex than that though. It has two meanings. Both are different. One is the textbook, this is what it means, we'll get into that. And one is, this is what people say. Let's start with what people say first, because that's as important as anything. We need to understand what that means. When someone goes, that's a beautiful quality of light, they're talking about, is it nice? Is it pleasing? Does it look good? Let's take this scene here, for example. I've got a big window up here. The whole studio is filled with natural light. It's a good quality of light. Now, I'm going to make this quality of light considerably worse by moving a few things around here just to show you this to bad quality. Now, this is by no means the best quality of light. It's a nice quality of light in here. It's nice. It's pleasing. It's soft. It's diffuse. It makes me look good. Let me show you how bad I can make myself look. Now, up here, I've got an open net. Because the windows, they're a bit high, and because of the height and where I'm having to sit to hide things in the background that you're not allowed to see, I'm a bit low and it's only light in the top of my head. Look. That's not such a good quality of light because the intensity's gone up and it's uneven. Now, to help combat this evenness, I've got a softbox here, so although it's naturally lit in here, we've got a bit of fill light. Let me just swing this bad boy around. So we get rid of softbox light, and all of a sudden, I'm all panderized and wrinkly looking. I've suddenly gone from a flattering light, a nice quality of light. This is not so nice. Now, if I turn myself like this and face the light, the quality of light is nicer, but I can't put the camera there because my coffee machine's there. So my camera's here. The quality of light is not that great. Let's bring some flattering light back in. There we go, look at this. Let's swing that there. Let's get my net back in place. We're back to reasonable light. Now, it's not the greatest light in the world, I give you that. But this is a nice quality of light. And hopefully it makes my point. We'll get into a bit more detail on some technical stuff later on this. Now, this entire thing is really in depth, and we're going to go through it over on Studio Access, which if you sign up today, you can get for free for 7 days, just go and blitz all the videos. This weekend, we're filming content specifically about this because there's a lot of detail. I'll skim over some of the highlights in this video, but there's a lot you need to know on this. So now let's look at the correct meaning of quality of light. There are, if you ask a photography book, a degree student, or anybody on the internet, 4 qualities of light. There is hard or soft, specular, and diffuse. That's your 4 qualities of light. Kind of. Like that is the textbook answer. There's more qualities. There's direct, there's bounces. Well, I'm getting feather here. My softbox is not pointing anywhere near me, it's pointing past me, which in turn is making the softbox smaller, making it hard and diffused. And it's also because it's coming past me and I'm getting a different part of the inverse square that doesn't calculate in the way that a direct beam of light calculates. I'm also getting a more even. I'm getting even hard light from a close distance. It's a different quality of light, going back to the original meaning. But it's soft and diffused. It's kind of hardish. It's hard for what it is. It's still soft because of the size of it, but it's harder than it should be. Now, let me just go into a bit more detail in the softbox, because what you can probably see is I'm slightly brighter around the edges and in the middle, because this softbox here has a baffle. So it's light, fabric, space, main fabric. It's called a baffle. That first baffle is made of a particularly cheap material, and I can see a halo around the edge of this light here. So it's brighter around the edges than it is in the center. Well, it's bright in the center, then it goes dark, then it goes bright, and then it goes dark again, because the depth of this particular modifier means that the light doesn't hit the edge of it. Hang on, let me bring it in. Let's see if you can see it. Oh, it's gonna be too bright, isn't it? It's too bright. The light, you see here, it's dark, it's bright, it's dark, it's not as bright, but it's brighter than this here. And that creates a whole world of poor quality of light coming in from this. We'll leave it in shot for a minute so I can point to it and I'm not just pointing at the air. This is a badly designed softbox. It's a cheap one. I know what you're saying. There's loads of expensive kit behind you, Scott. Yes, but this was nearer and it's smaller. And it was already plugged in, so we're using this one. But because of this, we're getting a strange quality of light, not a perfect quality of light. There's better qualities of light for this. And the same, like, say you want to replicate the sun. You've got winter sun, summer sun, morning sun, evening sun. Some sun is more diffuse because of the atmosphere. Some sun is more hard because of the atmosphere. Depending on the axis of the Earth, the part of the rotation, the sun changes. So when you want to create one of these suns, you often have to mix two lights together on the same axis. And we'll go into this in Studio Access as a whole. This is how pros light, by the way. It's not, oh, let's do a 3-light setup with a hair light. No. This is how pros light. And understanding that you're shooting a campaign with an Ibiza feel in August, but it's in a studio, and this is how we create August Ibiza sun, that's kind of important. And there's even more qualities of light despite this. You know, this is a diffuse light. And if I take this off, loud noise, there's still a diffuser in here, but the specularity is neither here nor there. It's somewhere on the whole sort of scale of things. It's a bit diffuse, it's a bit specular. It's a scale, but we also have parabolic light, lasers. We have optical lights. I don't know if you've ever seen a Fresnel before. The Fresnel is the small version of a parabolic reflector. So here you go, a little bit of pro knowledge here for you. If you buy a parabolic reflector, a big one, the reason it's a parabolic reflector and no longer a Fresnel is because it's too big and too heavy and too expensive to make a Fresnel that big. Parabolics are just mimicking Fresnels. And the Fresnel is the better version, but they're impractical for use. Anything bigger than sort of this size here is too expensive. It's too big to do a good job of it. You need so much money and so much space and so much light. So use a parabolic reflector. That's why they exist. Parabolic light is different. Whether it's lighting directly, whether it's feathering, the inverse square law changes, the hardness changes. All these things matter. They're all quality of light. And whether it comes to the visual appearances in point one of quality of light, or the technical aspect of what the quality of light is consistent of, it matters. All of these things matter, but also at the same time, it's just semantics. It's just words. If the light looks good, the light looks good. Who cares if it's soft or hard or whatever it is? It looks good. You know when the light is good and it looks nice. And you can say, that has a nice quality of light, which is the original meaning that we talked in this video, not the original meaning originally, but the original meaning from this video. And it makes perfect sense. And everybody in or out of the industry goes, yeah, that is a nice quality of light there. Some days you're out in the beer garden, you sat there with your pints of whatever, and you look at the light coming through the trees, there's all the dust and pollen floating. It's a beautiful quality of light. Other days, it's grim because we live in England and it's grey, sideways raining, sleeting and fogging all at the same time and freezing in August. Probably not a great quality of light, but maybe it is in the right context. Let me know what you'd like to know about within lighting. So we'll be making loads more videos like this. There's going to be a heap more information over on Studio Access, so do check that out. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.